Good morning, everyone. Deb and Tattoo here. I'm sure you can see by my fabulous gear, it's a little wet today, but it is Saturday, the 17th of July, and it's raining. So I think everybody is going to have rain, but that's life. We deal with it, right? But we are in a break because my phone kind of glitches if I try and do stuff in the bad rain. But we are here with our 2021 and 2021 dedication, and today goes out to Mrs. Arcara. She is someone that's pretty amazing. So let me give you a rundown. So I am 52, and I feel like literally the whole life that I know about myself, I remember her. So she and her husband, along with another couple, Mr. and Mrs. Liberatore, we'll talk about them another day. They have been friends of my parents since I was born, literally. My dad and Mr. Arcara have a mutual career connection, so that's kind of how it started. But my whole life, they've been around. But I will tell you, not like an across the street neighbor, right? They were kind of one of those families, and this goes into my lesson, that just had their own way of being with our family. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I want to talk about Mrs. Arcara. She is, she's a grandmother, she's a mother, she is a fun lady, and she's a fighter. She has been fighting for a very long time. She has been given in her path cancer in her head region, kind of in her ear area. And I don't know, Mrs. Arcara, you can help me. I don't know that there's an actual name for that different than that. So please offer any insight that you can for us. But and she does not give up. She has gone through the, what we call the wins and some of the more tough challenges and hard messages to hear, and just continuously shows up and does what she needs to do and is open to whatever options there may be to, bring her comfort, to help her heal, and to help her enter into the conqueror group, right? To me, the fighter group is a huge group to be part of, and needs a different type of support. And the thing about Mrs. Arcara is that she knows she's in that group, but she consistently shows up and supports other people in her family. There are some things that she shows up and is supporting other fighters in her life, knowing what she's going through. So that's kind of who she is. That's the recipe that makes up Mrs. Arcara. That said, one of the things that I remember growing up that I feel like, she puts out into the world, but I hope that she feels coming back, is that my whole life growing up, like I remember every summer there would be a big bowling party, family party, and I would see her various times of the year, and she always gave me the best hugs. And she was like the one, she would come up, and I was like one of the only girls really in the group, and she would come up and she would just give me a hug, and she would always like, "Hi Debbie, how are you?" And like I remember vividly being at her house and being in the kitchen, and then we would be outside in the garage, and she always had a watchful eye that I was having fun. She has boys. I have two brothers, as well as the other families had boys. So it was kind of something that it was very apparent that I was like the only girl, but she always tried to pivot that situation for me, and I thought, thank you for that. Like the best hugger. And even at my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, there she was, like came across the room and gave me a hug. So this is sending a hug back to you, Mrs. Arcara, and I certainly hope you spread the wealth with those hugs, but there's a ton coming back to you too. So the lesson that Mrs. Arcara has taught me is that in life, I think that sometimes friendships are measured by like quantity of time together, right? And sometimes I think it stopped raining. I can take my hood off. I feel like I'm in a sauna. There we go. Sometimes if a friend isn't geographically close or we don't have that high frequency of seeing them, we might not sign off from the friendship, but maybe it's on the back burner and we don't remember it. And my parents and the Arcaras and the Liberatores have made a commitment that in the best ways and the goofiest ways, it's not about frequency of the depth of their friendship. It's just about the fact that they are friends and they don't let it go. And they, once a month, they meet for dinner. Still, after over 50 years, you guys, and they go away to Ellicottville. They just got back from a whole weekend together. But my friend Heather, she's watching, and I don't get to see her frequently, but I value so much the friendship that we are creating because I think it is a lifetime journey, and I value that it's in my life, right? And that's what Mrs. Arcara has taught me, and so I've always learned, don't chase friendships that are, I have to, every single day we see each other and we talk. Sometimes there's a depth of connection that is not to be underestimated when you know that person is there and there's the important times in your life that you come together and that you know that you reserve something. Those bowling parties, those were like the best things in my life. And I think if I had them every Saturday night when I was growing up, they wouldn't have felt like that. But the way that we had them, just kind of, look at this. Is that crazy? Walking through like severe puddles. They were more value to me than other types. So don't underestimate them and nurture those friendships, because those are the ones that kind of may end up being your backbone in your life. And you may find yourself 50 years down the road, like my parents and them, and they're still hanging tight. And there's not an event that doesn't happen for each other that they don't know about and celebrate together. So don't measure friendship by frequency ever, because you may miss out on some fantastic friendships. And I try and teach that to my children, especially these days, everybody's so busy. So thank you for that, Mrs. Arcara. And these 7 miles today in the puddles, not rain right now, are 100% for you. You are a fighter, and I stand beside you in my support and giving you lots of virtual hugs. So I hope every day, there goes Mark. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Dead and Tattoo, running for you.